Good evening. So, I made a series of videos I'm going to put out in the next couple days. I guess maybe 2 weeks ago. I started talking about, and he also gave me a Psalms. So he gives me a chapter and then he gives me a Psalms. And so, last night he has me going over um, Leah and Rachel, and there was strife in the family instead of having that self confidence within themselves. So you know, there was bickering amongst the sisters. And then I went in and had it explained to me because I wasn't quite understanding like what was going on. So what stood out for me after it was being explained, how people will go out and cheat, right? But back in the day, um, the wives were giving their servants to their husband to have children because it's really important back then because father said um, to have many children, many children, and so it was like really important, and um, and Rachel was having hard time having children, and so instead of sorry about that, fitting, it must be weird. I don't know how these alarms set on my phone. I really don't, but they do. Um, and the first thing everybody does is blame God. Oh, he didn't open your womb, or and there was no compassion because certain men in the Bible wanted just children, just wanted and wanted and wanted. And this specific person, their husband, didn't argue with them. Like, hey, I'm not doing that because having as many children as possible was important. It's kind of funny, but I mean, it's not funny, but like all these things are popping in my mind. So some years back, there was a man who had all these children, but he couldn't take care of them. But that was his. He just wanted so many children. Um, and I've met people where I see their compassion towards babies, and I think they should have been a pediatric doctor. I mean, there's signs for everything, and maybe that's what he should have been, was a doctor. And he could have had all the babies he wanted because he delivered them right. So, I mean, that's what came to my mind, like out of nowhere. But today, after making the videos and I rested, and I'm sitting outside smoking a cigarette, and I started getting flashbacks of my videos. And then it hit me like a rock. So, because if you ever have the chance, it is if you you should go in and read it. Um, but I realized so because of the bickering, they were causing strife in their families, outside the family, and they were like talking about each other because of jealousy. And that's what my videos are about. It's about the people who create dramas for people who are just minding their own business, who are just, they're their friends, workplace, or prayer rooms, you know. So I wanted to make this video um, to let you all know that when I put them out, it's coming from here. Like it's coming from me, you know. I've had some experiences, and I find it interesting how he wraps it around the word, you know. Like I read this Bible inside and out. I've read all the footnotes, I mean, not on every book, but on everything he wanted me to cover, which protected me. It, 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 I didn't realize how much the word really inspired me to live my life the way he had me live it. And I'm telling you, a lot of people try to take me from God. especially that gaslighter. One of the things he said to me was, because he wouldn't spend very much time with me. He was always in the bathroom for hours. He'd be ice cream in there. He'd just sit in there for hours. And and I know it's because he didn't have self confidence. Um, but there was a lot of things there. But I just, I just kept letting it go. But it hurt me that he didn't spend time with me. And when I asked him to, the first thing he blamed it on is because you read that book. It was my Bible, and I read it about 30 minutes a day. There's 24 hours in a day. So I stopped reading it during the day, but when I went to work and I was waiting for my calls, um, I would read my Bible. He couldn't say nothing. Then he started the games. You know, I still went to church, still took people from where I live. We would all walk to church. I was still, reaching out to others, even though I was in real turmoil. I stayed focused on God, and that's what he was trying to take from me. He wanted full control over my life, and he didn't have it, and God would never allow it. I mean, it was really horrible. But God was asking me questions to ask him because he knew how hard his heart was. And but I didn't. I mean, I was clueless. I really was. And I understand he had a problem with another confirmation, huh? Dang. I have my glasses on. I can't remember what I was gonna say, but I guess that's all I have to say. So I hope you enjoy the videos. Um, oh, and I do cuss a couple times. Um, Sometimes I want to delete them out, but Father won't let me because I mean it's deep, right? And there's videos where it's meant to be, and there's videos where it's not meant to be. But if we don't understand how they get in and how they create it, and then we're not asking why because we're trusting in God, then there's an issue. So the other thing he was showing me too. So each day is a new day, correct? And we wake up positive. It's a new day. We get to have a new start each day. But when you're still dealing with the issues that you're dealing with, like I did each day, I was praying for somebody to help, somebody to speak out. But they spoke out all right. To, hey, you don't want to hurt that person. You don't want to bring them down with you. They're seeing it, and they're now starting to defend it for money. Isn't that crazy? And that still hurts, to know that the dollar is more important than someone's mentality of being abused on a job. May God help them, and God bless. Peace.